Go ahead and start it. You can start it now.
Are you guys ready?
We're ready to start it.
Hi, my name's Taylor Kingston, and welcome to our first episode of Catholic Catch-Up. I work for the Archdiocese in the Office of Youth and Young Adult Ministry, and today on our first episode we have Father Mark from Immaculate Conception, yay, and Father Graham from the Norbertine Abbey. So, can you all tell us a little bit about yourself, Father Mark?
Sure. So I just recently moved to Albuquerque, as you all know, this summer. I was ordained June 10th, and Albuquerque has been my first priestly assignment. I'm a Jesuit, a member of the Society of Jesus, and have been for just over 11 years now. So I was assigned here as the associate pastor at Immaculate Conception downtown. I grew up originally in Texas. I'm from Houston, hence the boots. Previous to this, I was assigned to our novitiate in Grand Coteau, Louisiana for 2 years. From there, I did my philosophy studies at St. Louis University, taught for 3 years in Houston at Straight Jesuit, the Jesuit school in Houston, and then did my theology studies at Boston College. And I'm so happy to be here in Albuquerque, and it's been a blast, and it's been great getting to know everyone, and I love it.
Cool. Father Graham, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Unlike Marcus, who just got to Albuquerque, I'm born and raised here, so I've been here most of my life. I'm a Norbertine priest at Santa Maria de Abbey here in Albuquerque, and went to UNM with a Lobo, did my graduate studies in theology and then in social welfare in Chicago, and there did some work with homeless ministries and Catholic charities and things like that, and then came back here, ordained about 2.5 years ago now, and have served kind of in different capacities around the Archdiocese, at our Abbey, in Vocation's ministry, young adult ministry, at Our Lady of the Most Holy Rosary, and for a time also at the Catholic Foundation, doing program development stuff for kind of anti-poverty programs in rural communities. So.
Okay, nice. So you all live in community?
We do, yeah. So
What's that like?
Both the Jesuits and the Norbertines live in community, and our community life looks a little different. But I guess I can talk for a moment about Jesuit community life. So part of our mission as Jesuits, is the community we're assigned to. It's a very important part of what we do, not just the work that we're assigned to, but the mission, or the community, I should say, as well. So I'm here at the Immaculate Conception Albuquerque community. In some of our cities, we have 3 or 4 places we work in one community. In other cities, we've got 4 or 5 communities, each associated with a different apostolic work. So it just depends. But here in Albuquerque, we have one place we work, Immaculate Conception, and one community associated with that, and it's the Albuquerque Jesuit community. So there's 5 of us here. I'm the youngest, and the rest of my community has had a lot more experience than me, and that's part of the reason I was sent here. And that's one of the kind of benefits of community life is you live with these other Jesuits who've one of our Jesuits that lives here worked in Honduras for years. Another one's been in pastoral ministry for years. So you get this wealth of knowledge and everything that you share about around the lunch table every day, that you learn from and grow from, and it's great. And so I love community life. It's kind of our family, right? It's the people that we live with, and it really is blessed time because if you're a lay person and you have a roommate, you pick that person generally, right? This is a lot more like going to college and going potluck freshman year. You just end up in a community, and whoever's there is there, whoever else is assigned there. And so that community or that family changes no matter where you live and who gets moved in and out. But it's really a real grace to see how it always comes together each time.
Nice. And what's it like living in community as a Norbertine?
Well, like as Father Mark said, it's a little bit different insofar as we tend to live in slightly larger communities. There's 11 men in our Abbey, but we're very small for a Norbertine community. Our other Abbeys in this country have 30, 50, 80 men in them.
Wow.
So we're small, but we're also a very new community and foundation. So hopefully we're growing. But so for us, we live together, but in a more monastic mode of life. So our common prayer together, in addition to like the common table, like Father Mark said, for them here at Immaculate Conception, lunch is their common meal. For us at the monastery, dinner is our common meal. And so our prayer together, our life together, and that journey with people that you didn't choose to live with, but that you are all called to the same mission and the same seeking, is very enriching because they become just like you don't pick your family, right? You can pick your friends, but not your family. And similarly in community life, the people you journey with are the people that you've been given. And but we don't move around. So we spend our whole life with the same group of people in the same place. So for us, our community is the extent to which there's the membership of that particular house. Whereas for Father Mark is Jesuit, or most religious congregations, you have a whole geographic area, and so you can move from community to community within that larger spectrum of things.
Yeah, and I guess the other big difference is kind of how we organize our days and our time, right? For Jesuits, once a week we have a required community night on Saturday night where we, after the Mass, we get together, we do evening prayer together, and then we go out to dinner. And then each lunch, like Graham said, we try and have lunch together each day during the week, but if you have to be out working or have to be somewhere else, you may or may not be there. But the rest of our time is devoted to our apostolic work. So unlike the Norbertines, we don't have set times of prayer throughout the day. Now we are each expected to have personal prayer, we're all each expected to do the office and spend time in prayer each day. But one of the kind of hallmarks of Jesuit life is that we don't share in common prayer like the office as a group each day, whereas the Norbertines do. That's part of their
cornerstone of our
kind of the way their life is developed. So it's interesting to see how different charisms, different callings of each order kind of result in a different daily life and everything.
Because we have the same vows: poverty,
Mm-hmm.
obedience, and chastity, and have the same priesthood of Jesus Christ, and all of those things. But the emphases of the different facets of Christian life kind of shift a little bit. So for us, there's greater emphasis on the internal life, the monastery, that communal life, and that life of prayer, and the stability of dedicated service to one particular community. Mark's journey is much more dedicated to a particular kind of mission.
Yeah.
And so he goes wherever that mission is needed with his confreres.
And even the society does that. So you guys have decided to minister in a more permanent way to Albuquerque, whereas we kind of look for hot spots. The society will create works or shut down works based on where the church has need. So we've been in Albuquerque for 150 years, but there's nothing to say that we'll stay forever, or that we won't stay for. It just depends what the church asks of us, where there's need, and then the Jesuits go to that place.
Wow.
You guys are more kind of dedicated to a specific place and the work there. We're dedicated to where there's need, regardless of geography, which is kind of cool, right? And then the benefit is we go to places and we meet awesome people that are part of a more stable part of the local church, and then that's collaborative, right? So then we get to work together with folks that have been here for forever and will be here forever, and we're here as long as the church needs us to be here.
Yeah, that's really nice to make those connections too, like you're saying. So hearing all of this, people watching might think like this is your life and this is all you do, and it's just coming here and serving, which is a huge part of your life. But I know you all do other stuff outside, because we all just went out together for Graham's birthday, and the two ladies behind the camera came with us too. So what do you all do, like in your very limited, I'm sure, free time?
Yeah, so I like to think, and I can speak for Jesuit life better than Norbertine life, obviously, but I like to think that in so many ways, Jesuit life is about living those vows, but doing it around all sorts of people, right? So that means, on the weekends, going for long bike rides, going for runs, going out to dinner with friends, going to see movies. There's time in our life for all that, just like you guys have time in your life as lay people to be able to do all those things. And in fact, they're important, right? Like being able to do recreation, going to the gym this afternoon, right? All that stuff helps us kind of maintain a healthy balance. And it also helps us in a way with being relevant. If we know what movies are out, if we're watching the same TV shows that everyone else is watching, if we've got our Netflix subscription, right? All that kind of stuff contributes to our ability to communicate well and to be a part of the life of the people that we work with. Because if we're watching the same shows and listening to the same music and talking about the same stuff, right, then we have a common ground, and through that I can grow closer to Christ by knowing you, and you can grow closer to Christ by knowing me, and together we kind of build each other up.
So what are you binge watching on Netflix right now?
I'm on season 2 of The Crown.
I've never even heard of that.
The Crown. It's about Queen Elizabeth II, and it's awesome. The second season came out a couple of weeks ago, and I've been dying to watch it, and I started last night, and I stayed up entirely too late.
Really?
Because it's like, are you still watching? Yes, I am. Which then definitely impacted my ability to get up at 5:45 and go for a run this morning.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen. But yeah, finding that balance, just like with families and lay people, is
Nice.
so important for what we do.
Nice. What about you? What do you do when you have? I know you're very busy.
Well, I'm busy at the gym. What is it that you're doing?
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Well, while you're working out, I'm usually eating.
Oh, that's fair. That's
So
fair.
our compliments to one another.
Yes.
Though
Balance.
oftentimes we'll find ourselves eating together.
Typically.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
yesterday morning.
Like
that
yesterday
lovely
morning.
breakfast.
Where'd you guys go?
Central Cafe.
Central Cafe, yeah.
I've never even heard.
It was great. It's
Oh,
right up the road.
Yes.
What would you recommend? What'd you guys have?
I had the oatmeal.
Okay.
I went in planning to get the oatmeal, ended up with the huevos rancheros with red chilies.
That's very good.
It was wonderful.
It was
Okay.
very good, yeah.
What else do you like to do?
So, well, in that sense of, I think, as Mark said, the embeddedness of what it is to really understand the community that you're in and the culture that you live in amidst and everything. When Pope Francis said he wanted priests that smelled like the sheep,
Yeah.
I think the reality is, hopefully, we are from the sheep. I mean, we've been
Yeah.
called
Yeah,
forth
yeah.
from the communities
Yeah.
we serve, and so, the challenge is to maintain those connections, not become some sort of distant, aloof entity. And so for me, though, especially because of our stability, I really
Right.
like spending time in like local establishments. And trying to support the local community where
Yeah.
we live. And so local coffee shops, local breweries, local cafes. It's a place where I spend a lot of time on meetings, do ministry, and local events, the various kinds of cultural stuff that happens around the city and the state.
And I do think it's important to note that Graham is never at these places alone. Every single time you're at a coffee shop, you're at a brewery, you're there with someone else, you're meeting people, you're hanging out with people, you're inviting people to come with you. And I think
Yeah.
that's brilliant if you're gonna go enjoy the local flavor of Albuquerque, to do it
For sure.
with friends, with people, with
Definitely.
And especially there's such a rich cultural heritage here in the Archdiocese of Santa Fe. And so like on this Tuesday, myself and Brother Patricio and Father Peter from our Abbey, we all went up to San Ildefonso for their feast day.
Oh, nice.
We spent some time kind of
Yeah.
eating with different families there and can celebrate it at the
Yeah.
Mass. And just for me, I don't really have hobbies anymore. My life is a little too busy for like concrete hobbies.
Yeah.
So I spend a lot of time just being with people in the midst of
Nice.
whatever their lives are.
Yeah.
And that's enriching for me and hopefully for them as well.
Yeah. Okay, great. So this next part of Catholic Catch-Up, which we're hoping to make kind of like a reoccurring thing, which these gentlemen have no idea because we haven't told them about it yet. But what we're going to do each Catholic Catch-Up episode is have a sort of YouTube challenge.
Okay.
No, we're not doing the Tide Pod challenge.
No Tide Pods,
Okay,
no ice buckets.
No ice buckets.
no Tide
No,
Pods.
no.
It's still January. So
So we're not doing that. So of
no wet
course,
habit contest.
you what?
No wet habit contest.
No, definitely not. But since you're sitting with me, and if you know me, you know that I love donuts.
This is true.
So we're going to do a donut challenge.
Oh boy.
We're going to be
He
blindfolded.
wanted donuts yesterday.
I was dying for donuts.
Well, you're going to get a lot today because
Oh,
we're going to
great.
be blindfolded,
Okay.
okay? We're going to have donuts in front of us. We're going to have to taste them and guess what flavors they are.
Are we biting the
awesome.
same donut?
No. Like we're going to have like different, like you'll have your piece, you'll have your
Okay.
piece.
It'll
We're not
be
going to
okay.
share donuts.
Okay.
I don't share.
I don't know why you're so nervous about sharing donuts,
Yeah.
Graham.
Well,
I'm a germaphobe. That's
oh,
fair.
okay. Well, it's okay. We're not going to share the donuts. You're each going to get your own. But we're going to be
if we cut
blindfolded.
them, it's fine.
We have to guess what flavor it is, okay?
Okay, so we have to.
Oh.
Throw them on.
I don't know my
You
donut
can't make-
flavors.
Well, it's just like a flavor.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold
So,
on, my glasses are.
Oh,
and there is such thing as a winner and a loser in this, so
there's always winners. and
What's the
losers.
prize?
I don't know yet. The price of more donuts. Okay.
Sold.
Oh, I already know. I can smell it. I already know what.
Oh, me too.
Okay. Now taste it. Try it. Okay. No, I know what it is.
When do we go?
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Strawberry.
Blueberry. Is it blueberry?
It's blueberry.
I told you.
I knew it was a berry.
Okay. All right. Donut number 2. Okay. All right. Go ahead and try it.
Okay, we're ready?
Smell. Wait, this one feels weird.
Oh,
Hold on. Okay. Are you guys ready to guess?
I'm ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Powdered
cake
sugar.
donuts. Yeah.
Powdered.
Powdered
Yes.
donut. Yes. Okay.
I'm
So
sure
now
I just
it's
made a
1
mess on. This
to
is why
2
you're
to
lucky
2.
you wear white.
I know.
It's one of the few times wearing white is an advantage.
Okay. Oh, what is it?
What is it?
Oh, what? Oh my gosh.
Wait, is it time?
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
no. We don't guess. Yeah. Try it. What? I don't think I've ever had this one because this smells pretty
Oh
good.
my gosh.
It smells savory but tastes sweet.
Oh god. This is horrible.
This is not good.
Are we ready to guess?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Coconut.
Vomit. What is it?
Toasted coconut.
Yeah.
I love toasted coconut. This tastes horrible.
This is not good.
It tastes like coconut shrimp,
Oh.
like the texture.
That's horrible. No one should have to live like that.
Ready for the next one? Yes.
This is.
Oh, I can smell. What is this? Okay, are you ready to guess?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Cinnamon
glaze.
sugar.
What did you all say?
Cinnamon sugar. I said glaze. I smell the cinnamon, but I don't
It's
taste
none of those. It's apple fritter.
Apple fritter.
Oh.
I was gonna
Okay.
say apple.
Well, because I can smell
Okay.
the cinnamon, but I can't taste the cinnamon.
Okay.
So we all lost that one.
The apple began. It kind of has an appley finish. You know.
It ends with an apple.
Yes. Oh wait, I think I know. It is a full one. I know.
Duh. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Boston
Chocolate
cream.
frosted sprinkles.
Yes.
You can taste the chocolate frosting.
Wait, there's no cream in it?
There's no.
What?
What are you eating?
It was delicious.
How did
They're-
you find cream?
Yeah.
I don't
That was the
know.
frosting. You're tasting
Those
the
are the
chocolate
frosting.
frosting and the sprinkle. You can taste the crunch.
Well, definitely, I got the sprinkle.
Delish. Darn.
Ew.
Okay. You know what it is.
It's like strawberry jam.
It's a jelly filled donut.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But I can't identify the jelly.
I really don't like jelly filled donuts.
It's
Cherry
just like-
jelly? Cherry? Wait, don't say yet.
Should I say it yet?
Oh no, you say it, yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Is it lemon?
I don't think it's no. It's like it's
No, tart. It's like
it
cherry
has to be
or
cherry,
strawberry.
yeah.
Maybe cherry.
Okay.
That's kind of a reddish flavor.
What is it?
It's just a jelly donut.
Yeah, but what is
You
the
guys
jelly?
You guys were getting very particular.
What color is the jelly?
I didn't see it.
Is that
Yeah, that's
it?
it.
So we can take these off.
Yes.
I didn't see
Oh,
it.
gosh.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think Taylor won.
I
What
win.
is that?
Yay.
This pile.
Oh.
Thank you all for being such good sports.
That was an incredible game.
So if you all have any ideas for the next challenge, or if anyone watching has any ideas for our next Catholic Catch-Up challenge, let us know. Tide Pod challenge though,
Off limits.
not happy. No. It's a challenge enough for me to do laundry, so I'm not
Yeah.
about to waste the
You do
Tide
a
Pods.
ketchup challenge.
A ketchup challenge?
We'll come up with something. Hot dog eating.
Watch the next episode. Hot
Well, because
dog
you have
eating
your hot dog event coming up.
ketchup. Yeah.
That's true. You guys
When
should
is
come
that?
join us. It's the last Sunday of every month at Immaculate Conception downtown after our 5 p.m. Sunday Mass. We have Mass and then a hot dog
Nice.
social, and it's a blast, so come join us.
Okay.
Hey Graham, what's coming up in the Archdiocese?
Well, we have on February 1st, a Thursday, at 7 p.m., Come to Christ, an evening of.
PWA, praise, worship, and adoration.
So that's at 7 p.m. at the Abbey. Then February 10th, early in the morning, we have Christ in the Community at the Valentine Balloon Rally for friends and lovers.
Both
It sounds
AM.
super corny, but it's going to be
It's
fun.
gonna be cute. It's gonna be.
And then February 16th is Tuesday in the Desert at 7:30 at the Abbey if you want a nice evening for some silence and scripture reading and some songs. Should be fun. And then the last Sunday of every month,
At Immaculate
Immaculate
Conception
Conception,
downtown. Mass
5
at
p.m.
5 p.m. Hot dog social to follow.
then you can eat real ketchup, not just watch ketchup.
Ketchup challenge.
Ketchup challenge.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us this week. It's been a blast. We look forward to seeing you again soon.